Welcome, Miss Helena. Thank you for coming and taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today and talk about your life and how you became one of the first women to be an architect.
Please tell us about your early background.
Well, I did all my studies from kindergarten through university in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And at some point, I read a book that was called Toward an Organic Architecture by Bruno Zevi, who admired Frank Lloyd Wright. So I discovered Frank Lloyd Wright through that book. And everything I was reading made a lot of sense to me. So I decided definitely that I wanted to be an architect. Early on, I was interested in drawing, painting, and building. I like to actually construct things and work with tools. So as a child, I would build little shelters for my pets. And then on, I was interested in history of architecture, of art primarily, and then architecture. So it was a whole discovery. And I realized that the only field that was broad enough so I could accomplish all these interests was architecture.
Do you have any signature style?
No, on the contrary, I try not to do styles. In fact, organic architecture, which was my inspiration, is really based on nature, the way nature creates. And I often comment that forms in nature are beautiful and one of a kind, and you can never call a tree, say, a Georgian tree or a mountain, a Victorian mountain, because they are beautiful for what they are. So I try to inspire myself in the area where I'm designing, the natural forms. I was very fortunate to be able to design in Hawaii and Alaska, different climates, different settings, different type of nature. So I try to do a different project every time and avoid repeating myself.
What is your favorite project?
My favorite project, well, I've been asked that many times, but I always give the same answer, the next one.
Did you ever expect to redo the Hope House?
No, not at all. Not at all. I didn't know what would eventually happen with it. So as an architect, once you finish your work, unless you stay in fairly close contact with your client, and the client continues using the house, living in it, then you really have no control of what the owner may decide to do at a later date.
What was it like to work with Mr. Gleason on the Hope House?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yes, we worked together very nicely. He was the owner's representative and project manager, let's say, who implemented or helped to implement and coordinate my design in the house. So I met with him. We worked together. I mean, I probably have hundreds and hundreds of pages of correspondence and emails and personal meetings. And I think, it was a really great experience working together.
I think we can all agree that we learned a great deal from what you have shared, and we are thankful for your knowledge and skill, more specifically your dedication to your profession and your willingness to have created a path for us young ladies in a field that has been predominantly male when you first started. Again, thank you for your time today.
You're very welcome. But in fact, there are more and more women going into architecture as well as all kinds of fields. I believe, from what I've read, that at the present time there are more women graduating from college than men. So I think that's the way to go. And I'm very supportive, of course, of all the young people, and in this case, especially women who think that it's a male-only career. I try to support them any way I can.